Center, good morning, Alpine, Fast 81, 230.
Good morning, Salt Lake, 28 Foxtrot Delta, 35.8 down to 31. I have latest weather and we're going to go into VFR. We're reading clear to 240.
Hello folks, welcome to the flight today. We are in the TBM and we're going to do a flight from Alpine, Wyoming, where we keep the TBM, over to Denver, Colorado, specifically to
4082 is this the final for us, or should we expect higher?
And specifically we're going to a Rocky Mountain Metro is where we'll be flying to. Again, in the TBM, we're in November 236 Echo Alpha.
Traffic, helicopter 2 Echo, tell us 5 miles to the south, 6,800 inbound.
Actually, you know what? Let me see something. 1 second. I gotta edit my audio here. Let's see. 1 second. Bring that back a tad bit. From looking at most of my videos, I found that my ATC audio may be a little louder than I'd like for it to be, but I know it also always varies depending on the audio. And from looking at the flight in the Aerostar, the engines just wasn't loud enough, so I did turn the audio up here on the on here. Let me see something else. Volume mixer. I know the sim should be all the way up. Yeah, everything's all the way up.
Alpine area traffic, helicopter 2 Echo, tell us 3 miles to the south, 6,500. Be entering a right downwind runway 13 Alpine.
Let's go back to 16. All right, there we go. All right, that should do it. Let's see here. Let's get some stuff up. My normal stuff. But yeah, we're headed to Denver, Colorado, so we can do some flying to flying to Denver, Colorado, so that way we can go catch a baseball game. It's gonna be the Rangers versus the Colorado Rockies. Hopefully that's much slower.
On the 45.
Let's see. Yeah, that should be a little better, especially during the flight. It should be a little bit lower. But all right, so again, we're in a TBM. We're going to get fully fueled. We're not completely full of fuel right now, so we're going to get it filled up. It is a beautiful day out here in Alpine, Wyoming right now. It's a pretty soupy day in Denver. It's got a elongated trough along the area and the low pressure, so it's not ideal for great weather. So at the time we arrive, it should be I think it's scattered to overcast around 900 or 800 feet, I think it is. Maybe some moisture, possibly snow that we're dealing with, but we're in the right aircraft to do that in
Alpine area traffic,
today.
helicopter Echo Hotel is turning final.
So
13
we'll
Alpine
see what
landing at the
happens.
east end.
Yo, what's up, Caleb? Welcome in. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Cruise is gonna be about 25,000 feet today, and it'll be about an hour flight time in the TBM. So we're gonna get fuel here, and while we're here, let's go over a couple things that we need to go over here. Just expenses wise, again, it's another flight of how expensive things are gonna be for the flight. So let me bring that up for you guys here. All right, so far we're looking at again, we're 4-6 uniform to BJC, and yo, your CFI, welcome in, good sir. Hopefully all is going well with you today. Let's see, alternate is going to be KEGE, the Eagle County is going to be alternate if we have to divert. And again, we're in a TBM 850. We're going to go see the Rangers versus Rockies game tomorrow. But we're going to get there a day early. Game's at 2:10. Looks like it was a very good game yesterday between the Rangers and the Rockies. Rockies won that game. It was a pretty good scoring game. Came down to a difference of 1 point. So the hotel we're going to be staying in today when we get to Denver, Colorado, is going to be the Raleigh Hotel at McGregor Square. And again, we're not renting this aircraft; we own it. So if we own a TBM, we probably can spend a decent amount of money on quite a few things. And the price tag for one night, we should only be there one night. $379 a night at this hotel. And this hotel is less than half a mile from Coors Field. So we'll be walking from the hotel right over to the ball game. Should be good. So we'll get whatever fuel's going to cost. Now, right now, fuel in Alpine is, let me see, I had it pulled up. Let me pull it back up. For Jet A, because the TBM takes Jet A fuel. We'll be doing self-serve, which looks like that's the only way. Well, no, it doesn't matter. They have full service, but it's the same price, $6.45. So let's get that on there at the minimum, and then we'll add up how much that's going to cost once we get over to the ramp to get fueled up. Wrong thing. We'll multiply that. And we got cheap seats. We're going to be in section 201, row 2, seats 5 through 7. And those seats are $29.25 each. So that's about $30. So we're looking at about 90, maybe $100. But we're going to itemize it so we get the exact amount. 29.25 times 3 is going to be 80. Actually, it's less than $90. $87.75 is the total cost for those tickets. $7.85 is what it comes out. 75, my mistake. 1 penny too much. So yeah, tickets today is $87. Not sure yet about transportation, because as I looked it up, there's no Uber that can pick us up from there, from the airport, and take us to the hotel. So we'll probably rent a car. There also is a taxi service, but the number didn't work for some reason. I tried to call it, didn't work. Tried to look at the website, didn't work either. So we may be renting a car or something from the airport. We'll figure that out once we get there and go from there. But Shelter is where we're going to be parking. We read some reviews on the FBOs that's at Rocky Mountain Metro, and they wasn't good. Even Signature was kind of terrible.
And Alpine traffic at a
And we're
citation
all
so
about
far.
experience. We don't want to have
30
to deal
miles
with
to the south, coming down the valley.
rude customer service
Right
and
down
things just not
runway
adding up to what it's supposed to, and being told one thing and doing another.
13, sorry.
Fuel at Shelter is going to be much more expensive. We shouldn't need to get fuel because we're going to be fueling up here. Should be plenty of fuel to get us back when we leave from here. But Jet A is $9.15 at Shelter and Rocky Mountain. Metro versus at Signature is $8.70. So we're going to pay more in fuel for better service at Shelter. Again, the from what I've seen, the last three reviews for Signature were not very good. So we're not going to run our experience going somewhere that can accommodate us properly. And Shelter has gotten pretty good reviews for the most part. Like I said, as we see, they got a ramp fee of $80. That's assuming, because from the review I've seen, there was someone flying an Aero Commander in there, and their ramp fee was like $95. So figured that's a twin engine, much bigger aircraft. When the single engine, a little smaller aircraft weight wise. So I just rounded it down to about $80 is what I'm assuming it should be, and we'll be keeping the aircraft there overnight, and their overnight fee is $50. So so far that's what we're looking at price wise. We'll figure out our transportation price when we get there, so we can total up what our cost for today is to go see a baseball game on a private aircraft. Again, when it comes to private air travel, you're not paying for what's cheapest. You're paying for convenience and saving time, and the experience in itself. So that's what we're looking at and planning for. So that's that. Let's get that down. Again, the weather is not looking very ideal in Denver right now. We'll bring that up for what it looks like. Hopefully you guys can see it. I know it's nice and bright here in Alpine, Wyoming. But in the area, there's some weather passing by. That weather should be already northeast of our path by the time we arrive, according to the TAF report. When we arrive now we got right here is our time. We're going to be arriving around 1650, I think. Weather should be good. Broken 2200, broken 3000. But right now, as we see, it's variable at 410 statute miles and light rain, overcast 1400 feet. Let's see, that's Kappa. Why did I get? Let's get KEGE on here as well. Actually, let's get Kappa off of there because we're not flying there. We're not using that as an alternate. It's overcast 3,000 feet right now in Eagle County. And again, around the time we will possibly get there, weather will still be good. Broken at 7,000, scattered 8,000. So that's what we're using as our alternate. And if you fly GA, then you know every flight you plan an alternate for, regardless of how good it is. As we've seen in our last flight going to Houston, where we planned to go to Ellington Field only to get there and we had no ATC. Tower wasn't responding. Approach couldn't get a hold of tower either. So naturally, we divert. We don't land somewhere where we have no idea what's going on and why we don't have a tower controller. So we diverted to Conroe, which was also our already planned alternate as well. So we diverted there. Cost us a little bit more money to divert to Conroe. We were a little further out. So our Uber ride from Conroe to the Hampton Inn downtown in Houston was a little bit more expensive than we planned for. And then we had the engine issue on leaving out of Houston. That cost us a little bit more money. So that trip was definitely a little more expensive than we planned for it to be. But these are the things you got to expect and assume could happen on any flight, flying somewhere. So, but it was a good flight, good learning lesson. Got to get some good experience on that, even though it cost us a bit more money. But we got to experience it. So let's hop in, get things going. We're supposed to already be departing here. I think like now is our departure time. Unfortunately, it's a. Actually, we have 14. Why do we do 14:45?
Alpine traffic, that citation.
I forgot to update the time, so we're supposed to already have departed. Again, because it's VFR here over the field, we'll take off here and we'll pick up our IFR. We'll take off VFR and we'll pick up our IFR clearance in the air and go from there. So let's hop in the back. We'll get the chocks in. Let's put those in. We'll reach in and throw those in the back here. Make sure that they got picked up. And they are. Let's climb in. We'll get to the front from here. We'll say our folks are all on board. Get that door closed. All right, let's lock. Let's make our way up here to the front. Get going in this beautiful TBM. I really like the way the TBM looks in this. In here. All right, we'll close the nose baggage door. Get our door closed. It's pretty cool out here right now. Let me see. Cabin. Is it 36? Yeah, it's cool as cucumber in here. Let's get our door closed. Whoa, get that glare off of there. You said we had landing hydraulic issues. Or he had landing hydraulic issues. Gotcha. That's quite interesting. All right, so again, we're going to be full tanks. We're half full now. Again, our payload weight is 475, I believe, 490. Again, there's 3 folks that'll be on the aircraft plus baggage weight and nose weight for just the essentials needed for the aircraft. So, yeah, we'll get things going here in the TBM, and we're going to get ready to get going and get out of here. So I hope you guys are doing well. Again, welcome to the flight. Appreciate you guys being here today. We'll get things going here. If I can remember how to fly this aircraft. Let's get the crash bar up. We get navs on. No starter, but we'll go actually ignition will be auto. And we'll go battery on. Get that main. And again, hopefully you guys can hear the sim well. Hopefully. We're going to go prop full forward. Actually, no, I don't think that's it. Let me get things right here. Let's go. I don't think I actually have a, yeah, we don't have a checklist on this thing. We'd have to get the, let's get the GPU on connected then, just to be on the safe side. Let me make sure it actually connects. No, it won't. Because I moved the aircraft, and for some reason at this airport, anytime I move the aircraft around, it acts weird on getting things going. All right, let's see, we're good there, all squared away there. Yeah, we'll just get it started. Let's get the fuel is on the left tank. Let's make sure it's actually doing its part. Let's go to off. Back to left, make sure everything's good there. And we're good there. All right, so I believe, if I remember, it's been a while since I've flown this aircraft. All right, all circuit breakers are also good and in. Yeah, props are gonna go full go. Good idle there. We'll introduce fuel above 12% on the NG, and then go from there. And again, we're gonna get it started because I don't want the I don't want to end up with a dead battery. So let's go starter on. There's 12%. Bring it up to low idle. Above 52%, we'll turn off the starter. All right, now it's at 52. Starter off. That's on auto. All right, we got voltage good. That's all good as well. Let's go high idle. Set flaps. Hold on, I gotta get my seat correct. All right, we're good. ITT, NG's good, RPM's good, torque's good. All right, let's get things on here. Get taxi light on. Gyro, RMI, ADI, HS2. Get all of these devices on. Let's get master on there. That'll test as well. Master's on there. Get radio on. Leave that off for now. I feel like I'm missing something to be turned on. Annunciator lights good there. Time is good. Let's make sure our HSI is lining up properly. Says we're south. Alright, that lines up. That is good as well. It's already been tested. We're all squared away there. Get that on GPS. Traffic should be good. We'll go to maps there. All right, flaps look good. Set for takeoff flaps. And again, hopefully you guys can hear me just fine as well. Actually, we won't on fuel flow. All right, we're golden there. ITT test. That's good. Get the warning light. Parking brake is set. Get all those on. Lights are extinguished. Back out. Windshield lights on. We got all green lights light up. We're good there, and we'll check the boots here momentarily. Let's get that set to auto. Air condition 2 on. Fan auto. We'll do another test here. Alright, that checks out. Temps coming up. That's altitude set. And let's see again, we're going up to 25,000. Let's get that set. We'll go 25 right there. All right, we are currently at 4,000, or is it 5,000 AGL? Looks like. I feel like I'm missing some things to test. That tested out. We're good there. All right, we are at the top of the hour. That test out just fine. Let's monitor 1 and 2. 24,850. Is that the radio for here? I have to double check and see. All right, everything looks good there. All right, bleed is on auto. There we go. I don't want that any higher than that. Let me just run through the checklist real quick. All right, good there. Starter off, ignition auto. External lights, we're good. Gyros. Circuit breakers are all in. We're good there. Front master was off. Radios are off. Bleed airs was off. Time switch is guarded. Ram air handle is pushed in. Auxiliary boost pump was off. Ooh, and actually, speaking of, let's set that to auto. We're supposed to have that on during the start. Let's set that to auto. I forgot about that. That's my mistake. Parking brake is on. Override lever is off. Prop is max. Condition lever was cut off. Flaps are up. Battery bus we verified and good. Let's get that light off. External lights. Oh, forgot to test those lights. Alright, those all work. It's been a while since been in the TBM, that's for sure. Oxygen, interior lights, environmental lights test panel, and also forgot to test this one. Alright, that checks. Flaps, good. Stall heat's good. Off, tested. We'll test that here shortly. Did do a light test. Actually, we did not do the light test. No, wrong button. It's that one. Alright, there we go. Alright, plan catch up to some things. Let's set this to 20,000 feet. 25, I mean. 25. Source selector is off, and before starting engine I was completing those. Baggage door closed, compartment closed, access doors latching closed, my doors are closed, parking brake is set, seat belts and everything is on. Let's also turn on the oxygen, we're going to need that on. Flip both of those on. Supply is good, we verified that. Starter was off, ignition is on auto, landing gears down, radio masters were off. We didn't have a GPU connected. We ran it off the battery, did the horn test just now. Door annunciator light is out. Fuel gauge is checked. And we got half a tank. We're gonna go over to the fuel station from here and get and fill all the way up. Fuel selector, good there. Fuel selectors, good there. Engine instruments, ICT test, we good on that. That test, fine. Exterior lights are good. And we did start with the battery as well. Prop lever max, condition lever was cut off. Source selector was on battery. Boost pump, I did not have boost pump on. I should have. We got it started anyway. Good fuel pressure green. Ignition. Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear the aircraft pretty good. Let me see if I can hear it good on my phone. It sounds like I can hear it fine. But I'd have to turn it all the way up just to hear it though. Let me see what it sounds like outside. Sounds okay. Yeah, it sounds like it's okay. Alright, let's hop back in. Alright, finished going through the checklist, make sure we're good there. Starter was on, condition level was low idle. Verified ITT and such, starter went off. Oil pressure's good, condition level to high idle, instruments checked and good. Aux boost pump to auto. Light is extinguished, fuel pressure annunciator extinguished as well, man gen extinguished. I got stalled. Actually can turn those on because it's cold enough out. Leave those on. Oh, actually we got to get the inertial separator on too. Ammeter check, charging, good. We'll skip this one. After engine start. Gyro instruments are all up and erect and good. Alright, we got inertial separator on. Got that set correctly, do we? Yeah, we do. Radio master's on, prop de-ice. We tested it, it was on and green as well with the light and back off. We're not gonna need it as of now. Windshield heat on, we checked it and we're leaving it on. We'll do the airframe de-ice check here once we get from in front of the hangar here and go from there. Alright, it's 70 degrees in here, that's not bad, we'll take it. Alright, I think we're good for now. Let's taxi over to the fuel location and go from there. Alright, let's see. Inertial separator is on. Meters good. Generator selector. We'll check the standby. It's good. Back to main. And good. And we'll do all the tests. Actually, we can test this now. Oh, actually, autopilot has to be on. Should be able to test this. See, I'll wait for that to come up. How is that still on test? Oh, because we just turned the autopilot on. That's right. All right, we'll check that out once we get rolling. It's acting like I can, oh, that's that. Oh, don't want to raise the engine column up. Where the heck is the brake? I forgot already. Oh, here. There we go. All right, let's get over to the fuel station and go from there. good. It looks good around here. And while we're doing that, let's get charts up. Of course you can't get charts data. Alright, we got no Navigraph stuff. I'll just have to look at it from my side. Off screen, I guess. Like I said, it's a very nice day to fly. Definitely a nice day to do some GA flying, that's for sure. Yeah, sometimes Navigraph acts weird with these airplanes for some odd reason. Let's see something here then. So I can't get the charts up. Let's go here. I should be able to see the frequencies at least. Yeah, most come 22,900. Actually, I can just select it from here. There we go. Switch that. AWOS would be 1992.
And Alpine area traffic, Mark 236, Mike, departed runway 13, southbound departure Alpine.
Alpine traffic, TBM. 6 Echo Alpha is entering runway, what is this runway? 30. Gonna back taxi runway 31, Alpine. Lights on. Post lights on. Get those on. Try to miss these freaking lights here.
Pavement repairs ongoing. Expect some activity on the main taxi routes.
And right.
Alpine Airport, automated weather observation. 1405 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 0, dew point -3. Altimeter 3026. Density altitude 4800 feet. Pavement repairs ongoing. Expect some activity on the main taxi routes. Alpine Airport, automated weather observation. 1405 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 0, dew point -3. Altimeter 3026. Density altitude 48.
Like I said, we'll get down here and get fuel and then get up out of here. grounded. Alright, parking brake is set. Get lights off here. And let's get the these things all back off. I guess I could have just left oxygen off for now. So we had to come get fuel anyway. And these things all go off as well. Not to use up so much power. Let's turn you back off. There's power. Alright, everything is shut down. Leave bleed on. I will leave it off. Alright. Prop in feather mode. Off. Leave that on auto. Put the bar down. Say that prop ought to stop spinning. Nice. Alright, so let's get fuel. Get that 100, not 100. We definitely want to put 100 low lead in here. We're putting a Jet A in here. And we grab the let's see if they even have it showing up here. The ground source. Get the aircraft grounded first before getting fuel. Let me see, can I actually even call GSX up right now? I don't know that I can. I doubt that I can. There's certain parts of this airport that won't let you call GSX because it doesn't recognize the locations. So, and if not, we'll just do it ourselves. But hopefully you guys updated GSX. They got a lot of updated stuff other than this stupid thing that they... So what I found yesterday when I did the update, you have to go in, close the Koto out that opens right when you open the sim, close it because it's dead. And then the one that you have on your desktop, to start Koto for GSX MSFS, like it showed on the bar there, reopen it from there, and then that gets GSX to open, which is stupid bug. Hopefully they get that fixed. Hopefully. But again, fuel is going to be what, $6.45 a gallon here. Oops. Let's push the wrong button there. Let's see if it's working. Alright, looks like it's working. Let's see, let me double check. My luck though, it'll do what it did yesterday when we called the fuel truck. It'll cause it to not work properly. I'll crash as soon as the fuel truck gets here. Oh well, we're not gonna worry about it. We'll do self-serve. Let me see the freaking here. All right, so why's my camera acting weird? All right, so fuel on board. Let's see. Flow. What is the max fuel on this thing? I know pound wise it's 1692. 136 gallons. Let me look at the chart. looks like they have it in 1690 for the fuel. Yeah, we can go full fuel because full fuel payload is 898. We're under that amount, so we can fill it all the way up. Again, if all goes well, we won't need to get fuel for the return flight. Let me see. I feel like it should show me here what the fuel is in gallons. Oil capacity. Jet A. Put Jet A, Jet A1, Jet B. Oh, here it is. Total 290 gallons. Each tank is 145 US. I'm sitting at 145 right now. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. I guess I could just look right there. That would have told me in itself. So we're sitting at, let's see. We're going to fill her up. So we're currently sitting at 136 gallons. And the max is 290. That's 136. It's 154 gallons is what we're going to fuel up with. Put that back there. Let's bring our chart here back up. All right, so we're going to add 154 gallons is what we're putting in. So let's go ahead and fill her up. So we'll multiply that times 6.45. And we're spending $993 for fuel. That is quite a bit. 3.30 cents. All right, so that's what we're looking like for fuel right now out of here for Jet A at $6.45 to fill it up. But like I said, if all goes well, we won't need fuel leaving Rocky Mountain to come back here. This will get us there and back on one tank, so it's not like we're gonna shouldn't have to spend more money to leave there. So, all right, we're good there on the fuel. And so far for how much that's costing us today, so we'll put everything away back here on the on that, and we'll hop back in the airplane. We got a few airplanes sitting out here on the ramp. Looks pretty good out here. So I've had way more aircraft sitting out here than this. All right, let's hop in and get things going. Get everything back started up. Let's close the door and get out of here. All right, door's closed and locked. All right, everything's ready to go. Let's get prop back up, full forward. We still got takeoff set. Still got fullest tank there. All right, let's get going here. Crash bar back off. Up, run battery. Main. Nav lights on, auto. Gonna set this to on. That's manual. We're already on left tank. And clear prop. Hopefully no one's around. Let's get her started. Alright, that's off. Let's go start her on. Again, looking for 12%, then we'll introduce fuel to low idle. 12%, we're adding fuel. Alright, there's 12%. There we go. Again, 52%. Turn the starter off. ITT is good. And rolling back. All other instruments look good there as well. Alright, there's 52. Starter off. That's on. Get those all on. Taxi light on. Radio coming back on. Master back on. We'll go idle. Auto there. Shift it again. Alright, get everything back up and going. Set bleeds back to auto. Alright, temperature's coming back up in the aircraft here. Get autopilot on as well. Light is on and back off. That's already doing its self-test for the autopilot. Okay, we got that going. I think over here is good. Annunciator light is again. Get that set. Alright, oxygen coming back on. Altimeter is set. Inertia separator is already open. Parking brake, all that's on. Let's test the autopilot. Put it on heading mode. Make sure it's turning as it should. It does, and autopilot disconnect. Good there. Reconnected. And let's pull the circuit breaker. Autopilot off. Alright, we lose the autopilot again. Again, main things you want to test, we do not want to have a runaway autopilot. So you make sure circuit breaker works, autopilot disconnect works, auto trim, circuit breaker works. Again, no runaway trim and no runaway autopilot. Do not want any of those things. Flight plan. Let's load our flight plan here. And like I said, we'll pick up our flight plan in the air. Just get out of here, get off the ground. Alright, that checks out. Banana, Rams. Make sure this is all correct. Sometimes this doesn't load the flight plan properly. Rams, that checks out. Let's go to here, preview. Alright, Y-prong, DVB, that all looks good. Checks out. Alright, flight plan is all set. Squawking altitude 1200. Again, we don't have working charts for some odd reason. Yeah. And I know I'll reload and it'll be just fine. I don't know why it's not working currently. Yo, Cruz, welcome in, sir. Did FNL land already? Oh, he has landed. Alright. Yeah, we're actually about to go right on over where FNL is as well. Get the checklist back up here and go over things again here. Alright, let's do that. Alright, we're on CTAF already. Departure frequency is going to be, let me see, what is the departure? I think we call center is who we have to call for our departure. You know, unfortunately, I don't have, I can't bring the charts up here on the 750 for some odd reason. So we'll just go from there. Let's see, clearance to Salt Lake Center, which is who we probably will be calling. Nope, wrong thing. up. Let's see. Clearance delivery. I forgot which one it is. So many times have I flown out here. Forgot what our... Alright, looks like it is Salt Lake Center. So probably call them on takeoff. Let's see. Center is going to be 2835. Put them on standby. And yeah, we'll pick them up in the air. Let's set this to... Oh, we had it on GPS already. Our GPS set. Taking off the opposite direction here, so our course heading is going to be 349. We'll set this to 310 behind us for the departure. Jeez, I don't remember this thing turning so slow. Alright.
Alpine traffic, Kodiak 315 Whiskey Romeo, 10 miles to the south. We'll be making right traffic, runway 13, Alpine.
13. Oh, you know what? That is the correct landing direction. Let me see if we see him on the on here. 0.4. Where is he? We should be seeing him. He's out here. I'm not sure why we don't see him though. Terrain. Alright, I do have traffic on. Let's see if I see him on 4th flight here. I see him on 4th flight. I don't know why we're not picking him up here in the sim. It's at 6,700 feet. It shows it's on, so we'll probably see him on there whenever he populates. Let's go GPS there. CDI. Let's go back to... Nope, wrong one. Checklist. Alright, we already got that all set. Actually, pressure separator is on. We'll test the brakes here when we leave here. We didn't test it when we left. Generator tested that already. Ammeter's good. Main flaps were up. We still have them set to departure flaps. Bleeds are on auto. Fan, air conditioner on. Cabin temps are good and set. Airflow distributor is where we need it to be. Cabin altitude is set for field elevation, but the radar is on. EFIS master on, we're good on those things, and autopilot is on.
Alpine traffic, left. Kodiak 315 Whiskey Romeo, right downwind, runway 13, Alpine.
I see him here though. He is definitely here. Let's not finish. Let's just finish. Oh yeah, we got to do the airframe de-ice test. We'll do that now. Alright, so we got to get the torque up to, actually no, it's the NG up to 80%. Or better. Then we can do the prop de-ice test, the boots. Let's get that power up. Alright, we're at 80% now. Again, bleeds are on and sets auto. So we'll run the test here on the boots. Left boots, outer inflated. Inner inflated as well. And looking for a light out. Both lights illuminated and the ice boots deflated. Alright, we're good there.
Alpine traffic, Kodiak 315 Whiskey Romeo, right base runway 13, Alpine.
Oh, you know what? That's why I don't see them on here. I forgot we got to do it from this one here. I have to turn it on from in here. On, enter. We should see him. Out. Oh, that's in. We should see him. I don't know why we're not seeing him. Have traffic turned on now. Yeah, we should see him show up on here. Out. Yeah, not sure why he's not showing up. Says he's around us. I know I did that correctly. All right, we got our flight plan set up. Let's go back to our checklist, and we'll go to the next checklist. Before takeoff, parking brake set. Terrain test, we've already done those two, and parking brake is set now. Power level up to 1900. We can actually, let's move up and get from in front of the fuel pump doing this. Taxi light is on. In case someone else needs fuel, we get down here to the hold short. I guess prop blast some cars over here in the parking lot. Actually, no, we'll just stay right here, facing back toward that way. I don't want to turn into that area. Throw rocks at all of those cars parked there in the lot. All right, parking brake set now. All right, let's go up to 1900 on the prop. Gotta do the prop gov test too. Back off. Not that much. Back off. Alright, that looks good. Let's do prop gov test. And we get a drop. Release. Looks good. Excise the feather twice. Alright, get prop drop. Check oil. Oil pressure dropped as well, and ITT increased. And that checks prop gov test good. Released. Power level back to idle. Don't have an imbalance. Good there. Auto fuel selector is auto. Aux boost pump is auto. Fuel selector shift to the fullest, which looks like it's already there, so we're good. Flaps are set to takeoff flaps. Pitot heat on. DI system, we don't need it. Inertia separator is on. Advisory panel. All off except parking brake and inertia separator. I was going to say, I think that's the traffic. That's not. With inertia separator, for some reason, beta stays on. For mine. Unfortunately. Test that as well. The instruments all good. Flight controls, we'll check. We didn't test them yet. Right up, left down, left up, right down. You can't quite see the tail. We'll do rudder check. Left, right, aft, forward. Good. Diameter's good. Trim, where's trim set to? Set it to there. Normally that's pretty good. And brakes released. Get strobe lights on and we'll get ready to get out of here. Alright, take off. HSI compass check. Altimeter set. Altitude selector is set. Weather radar, landing lights. sure we get those on now. Ready to get out of here. Ignition is on auto. Interior lights are good. Cabin lights off. Transponder set to 1200 and squawking. Did I just miss something? Yeah. Parking brake released. Taxi on the runway and power level up to 100%. And we'll go from there. Then that's after takeoff checklist. We'll be runway heading for now. Go from there. I'll make sure I got that. Oh, that's GPS. That's fine. Alright, let's get parking brake off. My brakes. Flight director off for now. I don't see anybody out here right now. Alpine traffic, TBM 6 Echo Alpha, entering runway 31 for departure to the southeast, Alpine. Alright, we got that on, overhead's all good to go. Let's go. Alright, we're lined up. Let's get power up. Alright, there's 100 on the torque. Brake released. Airspeed alive, engine instruments all look good and stabilized. Airspeed's alive. Rotate at 90. Alright, there's 90 knots and rotate. About halfway down the runway. Positive rate of climb. Let's go gear up. Above 122, we'll go flaps up. Flaps up. Get trimmed up. Alright, let's put it in 850 mode. Inertia separator off. Get all that 850 power in. And getting those winds coming off the mountains here. Let's turn heading mode on. Yaw dampener on, and indicated speed and autopilot set. Increase our power to 120. There we go. Alright, yaw dampener on. We get taxi light off. Reverse separator off. Annunciator panel lights out. We got a little too much torque. Let's back that off. Keep climbing until we can get above these mountaintops. We're going to turn out to the left. Instead, we'll continue straight out right now. Down 1,000 feet. Alright, landing gears up, flaps off. Power levels are checked and set. Altitude, cabin climb rate is good. Differential, cabin temperature still good. Fuel quantity all squared away. Alright, we're still good. De-icing, we don't need. Inertia separator is already off. Good there. Alright, power's all good. Alright, let's start making that left turn. Turn on course. Alright, 311,000, we'll get lights out. Alright, cabin is pressurized. And we look good. Beautiful day. Alright, let's switch to Salt Lake Center. Actually, let's split the difference. Do that. That's not right. This is Salt Lake Center. Let me see. 2835. Oh yeah, that's what I got. Hello, Salt Lake Center. TBM 236 Echo Alpha is just off of Alpine. Passing 13.8. Climbing flight level 250. Like to pick up our IFR clearance to Rocky Mountain Metro.
I'll have you clearance in just a second. TBM 236 Echo Alpha, Salt Lake Center, cleared to Metro. Direct Banana, then is filed. Squawk 5773 and ident.
Alright, clear to Metro, Direct Banana. Then is filed. Squawk 5773 and ident. TBM 6 Echo Alpha. Enter ident, and we're going Direct Banana.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, radar contact 5 miles northwest of Alpine Airport at 15,000 feet. Alpine altimeter 3024, clear Direct Banana.
Alright, switch to nav mode there. Alright, altimeter 3024, Direct Banana, TBM 6 Echo Alpha. Alright, 16,000. Keep our torque up. And Salt Lake Center, TBM 6 Echo Alpha, just confirming climb to flight level 250. Said Salt Lake Center, TBM 6 Echo Alpha would like to request continue climb to flight level 250.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, climb and maintain flight level 250.
All right, climb and maintain flight level 250, TBM 6 Echo Alpha. All right, there we go, guys. We're passing 18,000 now. Got a cabin climb right there. Good. The cabin is about 6,000 feet. PSI is 3 point. Actually, it's right at 4 now. All right, but all is good. No troubles. All right, through 18,000. Set standard. All right, we're headed to Rocky Mountain Metro. Like I said, the weather should be moving along a lot better around the time we get here. Compared to what it was before we left. Let's see, most of the, yeah, it's mostly scattered. Yeah, we ought to be good getting to the destination. We shouldn't have any troubles. It'll probably be, again, still overcast layers to a point, but we should be fine. All right, we're through flight level 180. We'll keep our torque up. Watch our ITT as well. Make sure we don't get that too high. We'll stay right at 120. Now, also for our performance, at 25,000, we should be 120 on the torque, 2,000 on the RPM. 67 gallons an hour is what we should burn, indicated 211. True airspeed to be 313, and we can cover 1,200 miles at this rate. Passing flight level 200. Because we're indicated airspeed, we have a very small chance of stalling the aircraft, because it's just going to keep pitching for that speed. We don't need prop de-ice right now. Have 25,000 on. Should go past it. Probably should have had terrain on as well. We did not. Actually, yes, we did. I'm sorry. The 750 already has it built in. And I already have it selected in the 750, so we're good. All right, we're on our way. See, cabin should be fine. Yep, 72, no discomfort from the passengers. Our oximeter is good. We got 95% of oxygen flowing. Can't beat that. Good morning, FNL. How are you, sir? I got home from work and fell asleep. Left your flight up, getting that nice background noise. And of course, as soon as I got ready to get going, I was you were, I think, already on the arrival. So I got to go back and watch your arrival here once we're done with this flight. There you go. That's how you maximize your rest periods. You can do a long haul and still be wide awake afterwards. That's how it should be. All right, we're on left tank. Let's shift to, actually, no, we're good. It's already shifted to the left tank to burn fuel, keep us even. But good stuff, welcome in. Yeah, we're going to Rocky Mountain Metro. We'll be parking at Shell to Air when we get there. I've read some reviews through FlightAware of Signature not being that great of an FBO, customer service wise. That's where we're gonna go, and then I read that and was like, nah, we're not gonna do that. So yeah, we'll get here so we can catch the Rockies game and Rockies Rangers game for tomorrow. All right, 1,000 to go. All right, we're pretty much full power. NG is good. ITT is right on the line, so we're good. Yeah, so I was like, okay, yeah, we're not doing that. And then I was also going to possibly go to Centennial instead, just so we can kind of get a flyby the stadium as we're inbound for the airport. But I forget why I changed my mind on going there. I don't think there was any issues with the customer service at the FBOs that I can remember. Yes, it is. It actually was raining terribly before our departure there. It looks like most of it's moving northeast now over the area, so it'll be some scattered precip. It's supposed to be, I think, light rain when we get here, so we'll see how that goes. Our cabin's pressurized quite nicely. We are in 850 mode. Auto trim is on. Everything is squared away. Let's just go over the checklist. Let's see. We're direct banana as well. All right, transition. We are on standard cabin pressure monitor. Post lights, and they want them to go up. We're off. They're off anyway. Lights are off. The icing system as required. We don't need it. Inertia separator is closed. And cruise power is set. We're doing about 119 on the torque. Not quite 120. Fuel is burning good. Left tank is fullish. And it's already set to burn it correctly. Centennial is my company here. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. That's cool. And FBO is there. I know Capital is for sure a lot busier than F&L. Yeah, I can understand that. So again, as far as distance-wise go and saving money to get from the airport to the stadium, it looked more cost-efficient to go to Rocky Mountain Metro for us. To catch a taxi or something, possibly even a rental car to get to our hotel today. So we'll see how that goes when we get here. All right, cabin pressure monitoring and inertia separator is off. Cruise and ignition, we don't have it on. It's not getting any heavy precip at the moment, so we're good.
Salt Lake City, Delta 1090 with you, flight level 340.
Need that. Back to map. Next rad, all of that's on. Alright, perfect. Okay, flying out to catch. Yes, sir. See how it goes for us today. Alright, maintaining 250, altimeter 299.2. Gotcha. All right, so not too bad on the planning. That's good. We'll take it. Again, just kind of with this series going over of you know, things that you would do as a private pilot, going to go have a good experience flying places, getting some hours in a logbook. We'll see how it goes. FBO's does for crew cars. Well, I'm pretty sure they won't let us take a crew car because we'll be staying overnight. You know, typically a courtesy car, it's only like for a few hours or so. Rarely do they let you take a crew car overnight.
How the ride north?
So, like I said, we'll probably either be calling a cab or something, or another, and going from there. Well, for some reason, when I checked yesterday, I couldn't even get an Uber from here. Let me see. Let me check it again today. Maybe there's it's available today. But yesterday, when I tried to get an Uber from here, it wasn't gonna. It wouldn't. There was nothing. And so again, even with that, so like I said, we're going to the Raleigh Hotel at McGregor Square at $379 a night. Which again, we're only there one night, so we're good there. Let's see. Nope. EJC.
Okay, Lima Charlie, then ship leave for the Bricks 4 and maintain
We're going to, let's see, Raleigh Hotel on 20th Street. Let me see. Oh, they're available. I guess yesterday it must have just not been anything available. So, all right, so that looks good. We're going for the best. We're doing the black SUV. That's actually cheaper than what it was when we went from Conroe to Houston. Downtown Houston, it was $200 and something from Conroe to Houston. So today we get the black SUV. The luxury ride is only $101.98. So let's add our transportation now. Let's see, and that's just to there, 101. How much? 98 cents. All right, so we got our transportation now. Glad you said that again. Made me look it up this time again, make sure we can still use it. So from Rocky Mountain Metro to our hotel, the Raleigh Hotel, again, which is like more than less than half a mile from the ballpark. That way we don't have to pay for any parking passes or anything like that. We just leave out the hotel, walk across to the game. Oh, we're not using. I wish we were using 100 low lead. We're Jet A, but fortunately, again, we fueled completely up leaving Alpine, so we should be good there to not have to get fuel to leave to come back. We got power reps showing moderate to severe icing. This is showing up on Active Sky. Let me see what they said. PNA flight level 8100. Oh, that's below us. What is he in a Piper or something? Aircraft type. Doesn't say what kind of aircraft he's in. I don't know what kind of aircraft that in. That is. Tie down fees are $9. Oh, hold on. Let me see. We'll let you take an overnight as started. Or as stated earlier, but we will charge you $100. Let's see. Crew car, either way, would be cheaper than trying to get a rental. That's true. we'll let you take it overnight. Oh, so y'all will let a person take a crew car overnight. That's cool. Most of the time they won't let you. Most of the time they won't let you take a crew car overnight. We used to do free crew cars, and then that policy changed, and I can understand that. So low lead at FNL is $8.50, and yeah, so at Rocky Mountain the Jet A is $9.50 if I'm not mistaken, but that'll be a part of our return flight. We come back later after the game. Is what we'll deal with that pricing then. We shouldn't even need fuel to leave. Again, unless we end up in a hold pattern or something, or some reason to burn way more fuel than needed. That'll keep us from getting back home. No problem. Yeah, we are at about 210 on speed. Not doing too bad. Let's see. Our tie-down fees are $9. If you want a hanger, we'll charge $3.90 a night. Jet A and 100 are very close. It's like, oh, nice. Nice. All right, so again, our hotel cost is $379 a night. Fuel cost from leaving at to fuel aircraft from where we just took off out of where the airplane stays was $993, which again isn't terrible because we'll be using we have plenty of fuel to get back on the same tank of gas as well. So and again, we're going to be sitting in row section 201, row 2, seats 5 through 7. We're only paying $87 for tickets today, which isn't bad for 3 people, under $100. We can spend more money eating at the ballpark, I guess. Again, our Uber ride's going to cost us $101. Shelter ramp fee is again rounded to what I seen again earlier. From an Aero Commander on the ramp was like almost $100. So figured we're a little smaller aircraft, we'll put it around $80. And our overnight fee is $50. What I'm seeing shelter charges for our one night. We'll stay overnight here, so that's what we got for that. First come, first serve for crew cars. So if we are down to one car, it's off. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I would say quite a few of the places I've flown to, they probably only have maybe 1 or 2 crew cars. So it makes sense for you not to be able to take it longer than needed. Hopefully the weather looks good enough to get some nice scenic views. If not, like I said, we'll be planning to land in IMC. See if I remember where we put minimums at. Oh yeah, we got minimums on here. That's right. We'll get that going. All right, we're 37 minutes from top of descent. We've got a new RAV4, another RAV4 V-Dub, Toyota. Y'all got quite a few cars. That's pretty cool. I got quite a few. That's not bad at all. Alright, fuel's burning good. We're still on the left tank, should be. Why they switch to right tank? Go back to left. Alright, back on the left tank. Someone has Avis, budget, FU has Gold Rental. I saw that. I saw that on the on 4 flight for those. To accept FBO, a drop-off location for Hertz Enterprise Avis. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even know that was a thing. I looked that up as well yesterday and saw that you could rent a car and have them drop it off at the location for you. Which I thought was pretty cool. It's like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. If that's what it comes down to, then that's what we'll look at going with. But if not, then yeah. So not too terrible. that set. Just stand by whenever that's set. But let's look at, dang it, I hate my charts aren't working here in the aircraft. I guess that's the first thing I'm going to start checking when I get in the airplane. Make sure our charts work, because, yeah, we got nothing. But let's look at, let's change the airport. KBJC. That checks out. Weather. Alright, currently it's winds 140 at 6 knots, 10 statute miles, broken 1,100 feet, overcast 2,700 feet. Yeah, like I said, we probably won't get much of a scenic view until we've broken out of the clouds. Other stuff now that I work more friend. Oh, hey, the more you know, the more you know. Temperature's 4 degrees, dew points 240. All right, so slightly above freezing temps. We're good there. Broken layer, 1,100 feet, overcast 2,700 feet. All right, this will be 26,250. Let's get that up. Get to keep learning. Continue learning more. Set that there for now. Let's see if we can see procedures at least. I doubt it'll actually bring it up. Right now we're planning for the RNAV 12 left approach. Ah, okay, it brings it up there at least. For us to somewhat see it. We'll be coming in from the north here. Or northeast is where we'll be coming in from. Transition drop. Hold on, let me see. Probably PYP from where we are. Nope, that doesn't give it to us either. I was not even on here though. I will just say vectors. So I'm sure they'll give us something. We'll just load it. We already got the RNAV. Yeah. RNAV 1 to the left is the plan. Half PYP final approach fix. We'll be coming in on the arrival. Rams 8 Rams and so forth. You say we have CAA for our jet customers. We take AP card, loyalty card. It's fun to see this side of it. Yeah, true that. That's why, like I said, also before getting back to doing GA stuff, it lets us see this side of it versus the airline side of just going to the major airports. Lets us, we're still going to most of the same cities, but we're seeing it from a different light because we're going into different, much smaller airports, and that's pretty cool to see. Let's see if we have any traffic around. I don't see any here. All right, we're still on with Salt Lake Center. If I'm not mistaken, I think this tail number is Matt Guttmiller's TBM number. 6 Echo Alpha, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's somebody. I've seen this tail number somewhere before, I feel like. Maybe it's not his. I thought it was his. All right, let me look at my charts here so I can get some things in place for the approach to stuff, since we can't see it here in the sim. Let's see. Procedures, approaches, 112 left. Actually, from where we're coming from, we probably could do, I forget we're going that far out. We probably definitely could do ride transition to be probably via drop. Probably go via drop. Let's just load it. There we go. It's not going to send us all the way to DVV. It shouldn't. And bring us all the way back around. It should get us in much better than that. Alright, arrival. We don't really have anything on the arrival. Show plate. It's weird going back looking at these FAA. Geez, I did this before. I still got... I've written on this chart before. I remember doing this leg before. I don't know where we were going to have done this arrival before. Let's see where we're coming from. Rams transition level is going to be turbojets or turboprops. We still count, I guess. No, because it says 250. We likely won't be doing 250. We'll see what they give us on the speed. Rams. No what? Prone. Yeah, there's Rocky Mountain Metro. They should cut us off the arrival a little sooner than later. Let's see what it says. Cheyenne transition, Rocky Springs transition, OCS, VOR, OCS, from Rams on DVV, radio 314 to DVV Vortex, expect radar vector to find approach course at or before the DVV Vortex. Alright, that makes sense. Get the approach. Oops. Just knocked the autopilot off. Alright, but so far we're looking good, guys. Looking good. Alright, let's see minimums for this approach. Geez, I do not like the way the FAA charts are laid out anymore. Let's see. MSA around a due VOR or intersection. Of course, Mike. Of course. How was the game when you went to go see it the other night? Rangers did beat the Astros on that last game, though. But I guess that doesn't count if you still lose the series, right? Let's see. 9,210 at the initial fix. If we go Pi Dirt, we'll be going to drop 210 on the speed. Don't know if we can hold that 210 or not. We'll see. Circling, not authorized for Cat D. We can do circling if we need to. If the winds change. Worst case scenario, if the winds change, They did win fireworks show. Oh yeah, because I think they do fireworks on Fridays, right? It's always every Friday that they do the fireworks. The Friday night games. Yeah, so worst case scenario, we'll do the full RNAV approach for runway 12 left, and if we need to, we'll do a circle to land the opposite runway, which will be 30 right, if we need to. So we'll break off at the initial approach fix if we break out by that time, and do the circle to land, or as soon as we break out, we can still do the circle to land approach.
Number 246 Delta Alpha.
Let's see. As long as we don't go lower than the MSA for circle to land. I mean the minimums for what that is, which in this aircraft, category B, 6240.
3023, you want to cancel flight following? I'm headed for uniform 58. Thank you.
Alright, what is the LPV is 6020.
Squawk VFR 123.
See if it even let it go that high. I think decision height is all we can use, not altitude. So decision height will be 359, so we'll go to 360 for that. Can't mess with course right now, so we're good. Nice, yeah, I did see that score. They did win that night. Geez, the only airport we got right now near us is 30 miles away.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, expect the RNAV runway 12 left approach into Metro.
All right, we'll expect the RNAV 12 left approach, TBM 6 Echo Alpha. He shouldn't be giving me that. Denver Center should be giving me that. All right, we're doing 323 knots across the ground. We got a crosswind. Wind correction we're doing here, but actually, let's see something. Oh yeah, I don't think this one works. We can't do the RA. Won't let us. There's no way to select that. Like I said, we got some overcast layers down here. There is some icing conditions within those layers, so we'll have the inertia separator open and are active. Anti-ice on, because I'm pretty sure we should pick up some icing on it during the descent. But on the ground again, it's showing to be 4, just a degree above freezing. And fortunately, this aircraft actually simulates icing on the boots, so we'll hit that once we're in a descent. We got some precipitation around here. Ooh, the map's actually showing some precip. I think unless the lights just shine off that weirdly. No, it doesn't look like. Looks like that's actually working. We got NextRad data showing here. All light precip down there though.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, contact Denver Center on 133.175.
All right, over to Denver Center on 3317, TBM 6 Echo Alpha. Good day. Good morning, Denver Center, TBM 236 Echo Alpha, flight level 250.
TBM 236 Echo Alpha, Denver Center, good morning.
Today's my Friday, so we may do the return flight. Again, it'll be the members only stream back after the game, maybe Thursday or something. If not, it'll be my next day off. It's good down there. Nice little ceiling, little broken layer. Alright, so far we're looking good. Weather still looks to be moving northeast from our airport location that we're going to. Set half bank and soft ride on. Alright, we're 18 minutes out from top of descent. Runway's 9,000 feet, course is 135. Yeah, we should be good. Let me get our parking set up. We plan to be parking. Wrong place. All right, let's see, where are we going? We're just now getting to Banana, and again, our altitude at Banana is 25,000 feet. That's where we were at. And we're just south of the only airport that was within range earlier, and that's just looking at the iPad here. Rawlins Municipal, well south of it now. That route's going to take us right over the top of the is that the Medicine Mountains? Looks like peak is around 10,000 feet, it looks like. Much of a mountain range, but then we'll be crossing out of Wyoming and into Colorado. I think the frequency we'll switch over to be 25.9, I think. That's Denver Center, That'll be the next frequency we should get handed off to.
Should 2.2. Altimeter 3027. Density altitude 5300 feet. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions.
Is this for our?
Advise on initial contact. You have information tango.
Information tango.
Rocky Mountain Metropolitan
Oh yeah, this is our
Airport.
place.
Information tango. 1620 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 12 left, 12 right.
Yep, 2 left.
140 at 6. Visibility 10. Broken at 1100. Overcast at 2700. Temperature 4.
Yeah, FNL.
Altimeter 3027. Density
3027. That can't be right. It's like a low pressure over the area.
Altitude.
It's interesting.
Flight follow.
3027 with a low pressure. And we're showing well, maybe it looks like that trough is actually more west, southwest of the location, so it's not directly over that area, I guess. So pressure is a little higher. Let's see, yeah, 3027 it says. All right. We'll let approach know once we get within range. We got information tango. I like the way the leather and the stitching looks in this airplane. Alright, fuel's burning evenly on the tanks. We'll get below 200 on the speed so we can activate the inertia separator, doing a descent through these clouds that we'll be dealing with. Let's see, what is the approach frequency supposed to be? Approach frequency, it's supposed to be 25.1. I think that's what I just saw on the chart. Oh no, that was 25.9. 25.1. Got that, we don't have that frequency. But how does there no Denver? What? There's no ATC live ATC for Denver at all? That is interesting. I did not know that there was not a single frequency available for live ATC at Denver Airport. That is wild. Would not have guessed that. There is no live ATC for Denver at all. That is wild. I don't know why I got that as a freaking viewpoint. Alright, passing Banana at 25,000. No, we have it for BJC, but Denver has no live ATC. That's what I say. That's what I find weird. I don't, because I was looking for the approach frequency for Denver. You know, normally that approach frequency would cover the other outer smaller airports as well, but there's no live ATC for Denver International. Yeah, is he gonna see us when we land? May even descend right through a broken layer. Be able to get down without a problem. He say depends. Landing that F and F right. Best car. Yeah, we're not getting no car, man. We're doing an Uber. Where the heck were you earlier, Caleb? We talked about this. We're getting an Uber. Because everything we can do or want to do will be right around that area of the hotel. So we can walk to those places, get some steps in, get some exercise in. And then the next day, go to the game. So what food is good to eat at the ballpark, FNL? You'd be our expert on this. What's the go-to meals or snacks? Oh, and a GPS. Now, you know, I didn't realize until recently that all these freaking cars come with, you know, the screens built in and technically have GPS, but if you want GPS, you got to pay extra for it. For just a basic GPS in the freaking car. Oh, nice. Well, that's a good reason to go, at least for the good food. So there's the Hilton Burger, or the Hilton Burger, and the stadium. Got you. What else? What else are we looking at? Now that says top of the descent there, which is just about matching up here as well. See if it gives us that as we get closer. You say, and then there's the, does that say Glazilla? That's wild. The Glazilla hot dog. You can't show up to the stadium with a burger. Oh, you're saying, oh my bad, you're saying you're gonna go with the burger when you get there. How big is it, like a half-pound burger? Is that what it is? F&L? There's a Biker Jim's hot dogs in the stadium, and also a smash burger. Oh, nice. That smash burger is probably expensive as all get out. We got soft serve ice cream too. Temperature's pretty good out to probably get some ice cream, right? Well, it's 3 degrees, or 4 degrees out, so it's probably a little cold to get some ice cream. And I got no FOD. Probably be picking up some, going through this little layer here. We'll see what we get. It's a -20 out. Let me see if we're going to pick anything up. So we're going to have to slow down and yeah, let's get below 200 knots. Yep, we're picking it up. I had a feeling. We'll be starting to descend here pretty soon too.
Oh, Denver, Flake Shed, 668-370, descending to 270, direct grip.
Come on, slow down below 200. That's about 80%.
It's going to maintain 230, Flake Shed, 668.
I'm gonna see if I can find a link. The Glazilla hot dog is like 2-3 feet. Jeez. Wasn't expecting that. Makes sense for it to have Godzilla name in it. Alright, nurse separator on. It's opening or closing.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, at your discretion, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Alright, we'll descend and maintain flight level 200, TBM 6 Echo Alpha. Alright, nurse separator's open. We'll go ahead and start that descent as well. And we're just below, actually, let's get back up to about 190. We do lose some power with it.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, cross ramps at or above flight level 200.
Alright, cross rams at or above flight level 200, TBM 6 Echo Alpha. Alright, let's go arm. Actually, it's already armed. Your speed.
Okay, powder at 17 and...
Oh, also, I got to get the altitude set. We're going higher as well. Touchdown, our airport elevation is 5,600 feet. So we actually have to increase. 5,600, so it'll be 61. So we'll leave the cabin right there. Coming up on rams, said at or above 200. All right, so we're good here. Get it to increase the speed here. Make sure we didn't pick up any icing. We shouldn't have though. Simple guy, and either I go with the traditional Rocky hot dog or a Hilton burger, or the classic nachos or soft pretzels. Oh yeah, those pretzels are good. It's like, why they got peanuts, Cracker Jack, sunflowers, yeah, the typical. Do you eat the Rocky Mountain oysters? I know that's a thing there. They Also got Dippin' Dots, funnel cakes, and French fries. That's what I can
TBM
think
6 Echo
of.
Alpha. Cross
Gotcha.
ramps at or above 15,000 feet. Altimeter 3027.
All right, cross ramps at or above 15,000 feet. TBM 6 Echo Alpha. All right, we're in the descent now. Let's just go ahead and get this set now. 3027. All right, we're gonna drop down to 15,000 now. Let's go 80%. Yeah, that looks good. Alright guys, we're making that descent. Switch this to 23 Celsius. Have you had them period though? And are they, I feel like that's just weird to eat. The fact that I know what it is, it make it difficult for me to want to eat it. You say, and a lot of adult beverages, I stay sober by choice, so I settle with Coke product or lemonade. Right on, right on. Understand that. All right, we're going about
6 Echo Alpha. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Turn right, heading 155 vectors for the RNAV runway 12 left approach. Altimeter 3027.
From here? Let's see where we are. I guess we are kind of clear. All right, descend and maintain 8,000. Right turn to 155 for vectors for the RNAV 12 left approach. TBM 6 Echo Alpha. 155. I'm going down to 8,000 now, he says.
Contact your approach 126.55.
And actually, let's go back to flight plan. Approach. Activate. They're giving us vectors at this point. Turn off half bank.
Get at 1649, stay by. That's 1649, run.
There's a couple on-site restaurants, but the lines are long or reserved for people paid. I got you. I'll get a Rocky Mountain also. I'm told it tastes like chicken, so I guess as long as I don't think of it where I came from. Yeah, true that. I can agree with that. All right, let's get below this cloud deck, get down to altitude. All right, we're gonna head in 155. We got the inertia separator on. Below 200 knots. Our descent. Alright, we're descending out of 18,000.
Echo Alpha, contact Denver approach on 125.125.
125.125 TBM 6 Echo Alpha.
Number 40 Luna, contact National Approach 123.8.
Hello, Denver approach, TBM 236 Echo Alpha, descending out of 17.6 to 8,000.
Localizer from line 35 right.
TBM 236 Echo Alpha, Denver approach, good afternoon, Metro altimeter 3027.
3027, and we do have ADA's information Tango, TBM 6 Echo Alpha.
Number 850 Pop Echo, Denver approach, turn right, heading at 300, descend and maintain 900,000. Heading 300, descend 900,000. Medevac 0 November Alpha, you're 4 miles from Jydog, maintain 8 till established, clear ILS, runway 35 right approach. Maintain 8,000 until established, clear the ILS 35 right approach, Medevac 0 November Alpha.
You say I might try it.
Echo, what's your approach request?
Nah, I'll let y'all tell me how it tastes, man. I can get them this gag for them losing. Oh, that'd be one thing to do there. Nice burger, melted pepper jack, and I can... So yeah, is it like a half-pound burger or something?
Over to tower 18-9er, good day, Medevac 0 November Alpha. Number 9 Mike Kilo, remind me.
And these clouds are low.
Again, did you want the ILS or the RNAV? ILS, please, 9 Mike Kilo.
That descent going negative 11. Oh, okay, got you. But a nice size of burger to really get you to. Got you. Out of 13,000, we're doing 190. Oh, I see what they're going to do. They're going to bring us in from the right and turn us in. I do see traffic around. I'm starting to see some terrain pop up there. We'll try to pay attention to when we go into the clouds here.
Turn right, heading at 320, initial localizer, runway 35 right, center maintain, 900,000.
We got 8,000 armed. Prop de-ice on, ice light on as well. And Denver approach, TBM 6 Echo Alpha. We got cloud tops at around 10,000 feet.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, roger, noted cloud tops 10,000.
Alright, we're getting in closer here.
Number 0,
coming up on
Papa
8,000.
Echo, you're 9 miles from Jydog. Maintain 8,500 until established on localizer. Clear ILS, runway 35 right approach. 8.5.
We get to 8,000 and then start slowing her down. that good. Out of 10,000, let's get lights on.
9,000. Jet 810, Denver approach. Roger. And did you want the ILS or the RNAV?
Yeah, like I said, we'll let it start really slowing down. It's right at freezing temps right now.
Jet Cherry 10
We'll keep slowing it down, keep slowing it down.
Number 9, Mike Kilo, descend maintain 900,000.
Descend maintain 900,000, 900 Mike Kilo.
Number 0, pop back up, cross Dry Dog at 170 knots, contact the tail tower, 118.9er, have a good day.
It's Dry Dog at 170 knots, pop back up.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, descend and maintain 7,000 feet, turn right heading 215.
7,000 feet, 215 on the head end, 6 Echo Alpha.
Turn left heading 080.
Left 080, 900 Mike Kilo.
Alright, getting us lined up here. Just slightly above freezing temps. We got rain.
Number 9, Mike Kilo, turn left heading is 020, intercept
terrible.
35, right, localizer.
020, intercept localizer, 299 Mike Kilo.
Alright, let's bump. See if we get anything to break off here. Ah, doesn't look like it. No clear ice.
King Air 9, Mike Kilo, 6 miles from Dry Dog, maintain 8,000, full established no localizer, clear to ILS, runway 35, right approach.
Right, 8,000 to established, 020 degrees, clear to ILS, 35 right, 299 Mike Kilo.
Alright, we'll maintain 7,000 until established. Actually, 6,700, we'll be going lower here. 5 miles from half.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, 6 miles from pipe. Turn left heading 180, maintain 6,700 feet until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway, 12 left approach.
Alright, 180 on the head and maintain 6,700 until established. Clear for the RNAV 12 left approach. TBM 6 Echo Alpha.
Good day.
189 Mike Kilo, good day to you.
Yeah, we'll go on to the final approach fix. It's already set. Alright, let's go gear down. Get light on. Watch our speed here. When it comes in, we'll activate the approach. We'll get down to 6,700. As soon as it starts to come in, we'll get the speed going. Let's go flaps, approach flaps.
TBM 6 Echo Alpha, contact Metro Tower on 118.6 when established.
Alright, we'll contact tower once established, 6 Echo Alpha. Make the approach. Alright, we got 3 green on the gear. I don't have field in sight at all.
Cherry 10, go ahead.
I just want to check, make sure we was with you.
Hello, Rocky Mountain Metro Tower, TBM 236 Echo Alpha is on the RNAV runway 12 left. Also, I forgot this doesn't line down. Okay, we got the field inside. It doesn't line directly up with the airport. All right, continue the approach, runway 12 left, TBM 6 Echo Alpha. And my airplane. Yeah, because it doesn't line directly up with the field. All right, clear to land, runway 12 left, 6 Echo Alpha. Let's go. Landing flaps. And we have, and tower, TBM 6 Echo Alpha, we have cloud bases at about 6,500 feet. Let's go. Flight director off. Y'all dampen disengage. Soft ride off. Alright, we're all good. A nice golf course out here. That's pretty slick. Oh, this is beautiful. All right, we're right on speed, on path. We're all golden. And there's minimums. Continuing. Greaser on here. Come on, get down. A little harder than I would have liked. Oh, nice. Yo, that's cool. Did it have that slope like that on it? Let's see, we should be able to, is that a run? Oh yes, we're gonna turn up here, Bravo. Alright, we'll exit to the left and contact ground on 21.7 TBM 6 Echo Alpha. I don't know why they were so low. Alright guys, welcome to Rocky Mountain Metro. Got a freaking windmill out there. Alright, flaps up. Whoa, where'd this guy come from? Just appeared out of nowhere. Is that flex jet? Alright, we're clear left now and right. Let's contact ground. Let's get lights off. Strobe lights off. Flaps are up.
Wind 150
Enough separators on. That's good. Let's see. Let's contact ground. Nope, wrong thing. Seven. Hello ground, TBM 236 Echo Alpha is clear runway 12 left. Taxi into Shelter Air Aviation.
TBM 236 Echo Alpha, Metro Ground, taxi to Shelter Aviation via Alpha Romeo. Good day.
All right, to the ramp via Alpha Romeo, TBM 6 Echo Alpha. Good day. All right, let's do this. And flight plan. All right, we made it here without a problem. It was like, looked like light rain. We kind of got, bases was right at 6,500 feet. That was pretty good. That was very fun. Let's get over to Shelter. We'll just do that. Oh, I don't know, we stopped. Let's go. Keep it rolling.
Go and hold press cross runway 12 right. Bravo to approve the turn right on Bravo, cross runway 12 right, then we'll turn over.
Alright, prop de-ice off, ice lights off. Thank you, thank you.
Cross runway 12 right on Bravo.
Slow down here. Look over here on the ramp and see what's going on as well. That's for the flex jet. I think that's flex jet, right? No, I don't think that's flex jet. I know who it is. There's Signature Aviation where we don't want to park. We definitely don't want to be. Make sure I'm not missing anything on the checklist. Alright, taxi light on, post lights off, strobe lights off. There's this guy over here on the ramp in my spot. Alright, that should get him out of there. It should. There he goes. Alright, landing lights off, de-ice off, nurses separator still on. Bleed arrow stay on for now, weather radar. Get that off. Flaps are up, oxygen, we get that off, I guess. I see the marshaller out there. Alright, after landing checklist, looks good. Nice looking scenery here too. Very nice looking scenery. We actually flew here before. We were doing GA around airports after we've landed at the airline. So it's cool to be back here. We're getting that freeze because downtown Denver and the Denver airport's loading. Don't get chopped up by this prop. All right. We're here. Welcome, guys. All right, we got a feather the prop for a few seconds or so. Now let's go back to checklist. Alright, power level 2. Nope, we're not going around. Wrong one. Alright, parking brake set. Taxi light will go off. Post lights off. Nav light will stay on for now. Bleed air to off. Air conditioner off. Leave that to leave that set where it's at. Autopilot off. We'll get these guys off. Those off up top. Differential, good. We are depressurized. We're good to go. Differential pressure. Air condition is off. Power level idle. Prop lever feather for 15 seconds. And we'll go condition lever off. Boost pumps to off. That back to manual. Shut you off. And auto manual. Tank pull to off. Nurse separator going off. I probably should have had that off already. External lights off. Gyros off. EFIS masters off. Autopilot's off. Interior lights off. Ignition to off. And we'll shut the generator power down. Make sure inertia separator closed. Yeah, that light's off. Master, source, crash bar. That's pretty much it. Alright, let's go master off. Off, crash bar down. Let's get doors open. Alright guys, so welcome to, again, Rocky Mountain. This is Shelter Aviation that we've arrived at. We'll get our Uber ride to get us to where we need to go. Let's see how much fuel did we burn. Payload, 100 gallons, so we burned 45 on this side and a little over 45 on the right side. So about 90 gallons is what it cost us. Again, plenty of fuel for us to make it back, so we don't have to get fuel, so we'll likely end up just paying a ramp fee instead of getting that waived. Half door. Get that down, get our folks out of here. And we'll get the chocks on, veto cover on. I'm sure they'll probably just move the aircraft to a pad, to one of the parking spots out here, unless we were to pay for it to go to the hangar, which we're not doing. They'll move it from underneath the awning here. If it was late at night, they'd probably leave it here, because they can put quite a few aircraft under here and go from there. You say, now do you have their FBO frequency to coordinate parking? I do not. They don't even have it on here on say intentions from what I see. Yeah, they just got operations tower, clearance, peer-to-peer, CTAF, ramp check. Is it 18.01? There may be something else. I'm not sure what that is. Ramp 1999. Nah. All right, but welcome to Rocky Mountain Metro, guys. We're gonna again leave here in the Uber. Not even sure which way we'd go, but let's go to see what the park looks like from here. Let me see what direction that's gonna be in from where we're located. Let's see. Put it on here. Actually should be close by. Where the heck is the field? I have it tagged on here. Just got to figure out where it's at. Where's my tags at? Oh, you know what? Hold on, let me see. User waypoints are on. I know I tagged it on here. I don't know why it's not showing up. Or am I just now not seeing it? Oh, there it is. All right, it's just south of where we are. So we'll head out there, get a look at that, see what that looks like. Yeah, oh, yeah, F&L. It makes sense. There's no way to stay here all throughout the day. Again, unless there's no more inbound traffic. I know like at Houston Executive back in Houston, this area is massive. And they could put like 4 TBMs under here. But if they got a massive jet under here, then they probably only have that jet and maybe one little Piper or something under here. But yeah, I'm sure if it was at the end of the night, it'd probably stay. Depending on what time the person's coming back for the aircraft, then they'd probably tow it and move it over to elsewhere from underneath the awning. He said that was amazing. Appreciate it, Caleb. It's a pretty good flight. Good weather to fly into. Got a little bit of IMC time. Not familiar with BJC FBO, but I wonder if it's in there. Oh, you know what? Let me see. It should be on the AFD. Let me see. AFD. Information. It should be in the AFD. Actually, it'll probably be under FBOs. It is. Their Unicom is 131.47. Which I'm sure even if I pulled it up to try to listen to it, it probably wouldn't do anything with saying tensions. So yeah, technically we could have called them in the air to, if we had a crew car or something we were going to use, we could have called them while we were in the air to have them ready for when we were inbound. But they're 131.475. Signature's 131.575. All right, so we're here. We continue going south. See if we can find it. Get over to the stadium. Since we had no visibility, couldn't really see anything. But yeah, unfortunately, also there's no interior model here as well. But yeah, we'll just pay the ramp cost fee. It'd be cheaper to pay the ramp fee than it is. Yeah, we can't even go inside. Then paying for fuel here. We'll be able to make it back to Wyoming just fine. Yeah, and shoot, even here at DFW, I think the frequency for the FBO, it's like one number off from the B ramp tower frequency, because we hear getting a crossover from when they're calling in to the corporate ramp. We kind of looked over this airport before. Oh yeah, we got the fuel station right here, so when we leave, we can actually do self-serve if we wanted to. Get fuel there instead of paying full service, which typically I don't think Jet A, depending on the airport, I don't think you can just self-serve for Jet A, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. FBO, Shelter. Yeah, there's no self-service for Shelter. They got the pumps there, but they don't have self-serve fuel here. Yeah, nice overcast day. We got some traffic flying overhead. It was 30 to 40 minutes out, or as late as 10 minutes out. Gotcha. Is that airplane taxi? Or just the airplane still long?
Departure, dark transition, direct Charlie Kilo Whiskey.
There's trash signature. At least trash here, signature. Signature's normally pretty good in most places. Millionaire's normally pretty good.
126.1, block 3712.
I don't know what building this is, but it looks pretty cool. Oh, what is it? Phase 1. Imagine Beyond Imagination. It's a cool looking building they have. Got airport rescue and firefighting. Yeah, good looking airport. Looks very nice. Got quite a bit of airplanes on the ground here. If there's a self-service, probably private, like at my airport. A hangar has their own self-serve. Oh, got you. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, this all looks pretty freaking good. Like I said, we flew in here before, and I think when we're taxiing to shelter, that puts us right in the range ring of Denver International, and it causes that slight little pause like we had going to the into park. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Again, it's cold here. It's like 4 degrees outside. Let's see if we bring up the METAR here. BJC. Mitri, why did it type it in weird? I didn't even type that. Oh, there it goes. It's just showing weird. Yeah, 146. 140 at 610. Stature broken 11. Overcast 27. 4/2. So it's pretty humid too. Oh crap! They got a nice little golf course right here too. Like literally right off the airport. That is nice. Oh, we're like literally right here in the clouds. Let me see how many. I see another 9 holes over here. And it looks like this is the other 9 holes. Let's see let's see what golf course this is. See if I can see what golf course this is over here. Oh, actually, you know what? I can switch. I don't have live map up on here. But that's got to be a pretty cool golf course to play at. Ooh, high elevation too. You get a little bit further distance on your ball flight. But that was their golf course. Then we saw this other golf course on final I saw. It's pretty cool looking. Got quite a few golf courses right here in front of the... oh, that'd be cool to see the airplanes breaking out on final on the golf course here. Because again, boom, we're right here. We're in the clouds now. It's a thin layer right now. But yeah, we're definitely in it. Yo, what up, JJ? Slightly late to the party, slightly late. But yeah, then this golf course, looks like this golf course got some nice elevation changes too. Man, yeah, it does. This is nice. So I don't know if I told y'all, but last week I went and played golf with one of my coworkers, and I hadn't played golf in going on 10 or 11 months. The last time I played, which you guys probably saw it on my Instagram, I posted it when I played Bear Creek, and it was a horrendous round. I was terrible. But this last week when I played, best round I played in forever. Only lost 1 golf ball. It was a links course, so it wasn't a lot of trees. Pretty wide open, but everywhere on every hole, somebody was losing golf balls somewhere. It was 4 of us. It was me and my coworker, and then at most golf courses, they typically will pair you with others, depending on the level of the golf course and or how busy they are, to keep everybody from piling onto each other, especially if there's quite a few single players. They'll pair people with each other. So it was me, my coworker, and then 2 randos that we didn't know but met, had a good round. They were pretty cool to play with. I've rarely got paired with anybody that was terrible to play with. It was always cordial and golf etiquette, you know. But man, that was one of the best rounds I had in quite a while. Had a few blow-up holes, but for the most part, great ball striking, great contact. Didn't pull the driver out once, because on the driving range when I was on the range beforehand, I pulled the driver out a couple times and it was trash. I was like, nope, you're standing in the bag the rest of this entire round. And I was just bumming my 3-wood off the tee. So it's like, hey, as long as my 3-wood's doing the job, I'm good. My coworker can smoke the ball, and this dude's like 55 years old, and he can hit the crap out the ball. And my 3-wood was keeping up with his drive, so I was happy with that. I think I had 1 birdie one par, and everything else was like double bogey, triple bogey. I had a couple blow up holes. Had like, I think the highest I had was like one quadruple bogey. It was kind of, that's what really ruined it. All right, let's go downtown. Let's go see the stadium. Looks like it's gonna be a cool looking area. Yeah, so we at least get to go look at the stadium that we're actually going to go see. So I assume we'd probably take this road. If and never probably knew it better. I don't know what roads these are. We can't go too high. End up in the cloud layers. So we leave here, and again, our Uber ride from the airport is only $100 from the airport all the way to the hotel. Yo, those cool emojis, nice. Yeah, dude. So now I'm literally hooked again to go play some, get on the golf course again, do some more golfing. We'll follow this highway here. That's what it's about, golfing and watching some baseball and flying. It doesn't get any better than that. That's literally the trifecta for me. Flying, go play some golf, go watch some baseball, and then flying again and repeat. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we take this highway all the way in toward downtown Denver. Try to stay below this cloud deck here. Just head to the city skyline. Gotcha. We'll keep it rolling here. We made it here just in time as well. Whoa. See how decently it's modeled. I'm sure it's not modeled great because it's all satellite imagery. I do not. I may start getting back on playing some regular video games. We got the train yard here. Oh, I was going to check that the other day to see if they updated that train app or the train mod that shows up in here that shows actual moving trains. I had to uninstall it a while back because it was causing the sim to freeze because that mod wasn't working well. I got to look and see if that guy ever updated it. If he didn't, then I'm not going to turn it back on. There it goes. Coors Field. What's the other stadium over here? I have to go look at those two as well. But there she goes. Let's go to where our seats are actually going to be. Actually, let's see if I can see where our hotel is again. We're supposed to be going to the Rally Inn, I think it is. Let's see, you played John Denver Rocky Mountain High. This is the field, right? Yeah, this should be it. Yeah, it is. There's the so our seats would actually be here other than this dilapidated looking building. We'd be sitting right here. Let's slow it down. This is where our seats are, section 102. So we should get some home runs hit to us here, or at least see him go into the area here. Yeah, there's the sign up there. Yeah, I think even with city mods, it still doesn't get crystal clear on this stuff to really see it. Mike High's Broncos and Coors Field is Rockies. Oh yeah, so that's the football stadium over there, the open field that we saw. Oh yeah, there it goes there, downtown Denver there. Yeah, I've decided I'm not buying no more city packs because satellite is good enough from the distance and speed that we're flying at. All right, let's go over here. I feel like I flew around this area last time we did the GA flight. We were able to get somewhat close to here, not very close, but somewhat close. All right, so this must be the Denver Nuggets Stadium here. What is this? What park is this? Yeah, so that's got to be the.
We're
the Denver Nuggets basketball stadium here. Oh, that's a cool field over there. I got to see where our hotel is, too. Figure we can start putting that into the stream as well, where our hotel stay is and where it is in relation to the ballpark that we're going to. Oh, this has got to be cool. This is like right near downtown. This has got to be cool sighting to be on some of these. Oh, this is a water park. It's not actual like Six Flags or anything. It's just a water park. Edge Gardens is the roller coaster park. Gotcha. And then it looks like some sort of maybe amphitheater, outdoor theater of some sort. Oh, and then this is the rest of the roller coaster area right here. Okay. So the water park's over there. Then the roller coaster park is all right here. That looks pretty cool. And then this is Mile High Stadium. The red roller coaster is the best. Mind Eraser. Sounds like that's what it does. They got a water park next to it as well. Yeah, was that the one I was just looking at? That we were just looking at? Sports Authority Field at Mile High. So there's the football stadium. We didn't come to watch football. Football season's over with anyway. Oh, there you go. I got the Denver Broncos in the seats. Apparently they use this as a soccer field too, I assume, in the off season. So we got airplanes flying overhead somewhere. All right, let me look up and see where our hotel is in relation to it. Gotcha, FNL. Gotcha. Nice. It's now Sports Authority. Let's see. The Raleigh Hotel at Merger Square. Let's go to maps. Let's see where it would be located here. Where is it at? Oh, it literally is right across the street. Okay, so let's go back to the front part of the field, of the stadium here. Let's get back over here. I know it's not going to be modeled very well, but we'll at least, again, see what it looks like for our walk. Where'd the stadium go? All right, here it is. It's supposed to be right at the front entrance here, or right across the street. McGregor Square. Let me see if we can actually see what McGregor Square looks like. If it's even somewhat shown here. It's going to be on this corner if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Oh, hold on. This is it. That looks like this is it right here. It is. All right, so this is our hotel right here. Let's go down to that level. Yo, what up, Bill? Welcome in. It's now just Broncos Stadium. Oh, okay, got you. It would be interesting if they have the old Staples Tower in the sim. And if any ladies are in the room, hello. Let's see. My Over Life did his recent video there at the Denver Staples Tower. Oh, nice. Didn't know that. It's a restaurant in the Stapleton Tower. Yeah, I seen that. That was a good one. Nice, nice. Yeah, so this is our hotel. Like I said, literally walking there. Unfortunately, this looks absolutely terrible. But this is the Raleigh Inn. That looks like McGregor says it there. You can slightly read it there. McGregor Square there. But, I mean, literally a walk. Leave out the hotel, walk right across the street to the stadium. I wish again it looked a lot better. Unfortunately, it don't. Oh, man, you can probably be, you won't be in I mean, unless you're in, if this is a penthouse up here, maybe you can, they put the hotel in the right location. You can't even see into the stadium to watch from here. I'm sure, like, the way more expensive penthouses up here, probably can see any, because I know in Houston there's a penthouse that one of our local rap guys, Slim Thug, has a penthouse where he literally can see right into the stadium across the street and watch the game from his penthouse. It's pretty cool looking. But yeah, there's Coors Field. So yeah, I'll start doing this too, especially if I have time on the stream to go actually see the park and the surrounding area of where we'd be going to for the game. I think I got all thrown off going into Houston because of the diversion and all that. We were just trying to get out of there. This is on here pretty good. That's pretty clear. The graffiti on the walls and such. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I seen that. Seen the hotel. Oh, you've seen it in the real life. Yeah, sure, Walker. Nice. Let's get us a screenshot of the area from looking decent and not dilapidated. All right, we'll get that screenshot there. So yeah, that's what we looked up. So again, quite a bit goes into planning for private flights. You have to have all of this stuff mapped out. I mean, it's not different from just someone planning their trip, their vacation, driving somewhere, going somewhere. You plan all this stuff ahead of time. The only other aspect of the planning is the flying part that most people don't plan for, don't get to plan for, do because they're driving or they're flying commercial. And all you do is buy your ticket and jump on the plane and you're out of there. But when you're flying private, it's a whole lot more go into the planning phase of things. Again, as far as the FBOs, what airports you're going to fly into. And again, if we can afford a TBM, we can afford the ramp cost, we can afford the overnight ramp fee, the landing fees if there be any. We can afford that stuff. Again, we're flying and paying for the experience on this kind of stuff. So that's what it's all about. So let's see. We'll pull up, see what our total is as well, just for our flight in to Denver here. That area where the graffiti is, is where I park or nearby. Oh, nice. What parking lot is that? Because I know it ought to have names like Houston does, the parking lot names, Lot A or Lot B or something like that. So you'd park over here at that building and then walk across over to the stadium. Yeah, kind of like Minute Maid Park. You park at a parking lot somewhere and then take a half mile walk to get to the game. Then you got to worry about walking back. The only good thing about parking up close is you got a shorter distance to walk, but you got a lot longer time to try to get out that parking lot to get out of the area because of all the traffic. But if you park further away, you got a longer walk, but a lot less traffic to deal with. Probably. Most of the time, as we know, stadiums are mostly in a downtown area, so it's almost always busy in the downtown area trying to get out of places because a lot of the streets, at least in Houston, mostly all of the streets are one-way streets, so you got to make sure you turn the right way to be on the one-way street to connect to another one, so you almost got to do three 90-degree turns left or right just to get to where you need to go to get out of the area and get back to the highway to get home. Unless, again, you're rich and you live in just one of the penthouses somewhere down here, just to walk back to the house then. But that's what's great about having a lot of money. We can kind of listen to Approach 2 while we're here. While we're hanging out here, let's bring up our cost. Let's get down decent view here.
Number 57 Hotel, proceed direct. X-Tan.
X-Tan, 75 Hotel.
All right, so hotel cost was $379. As we see, you say, okay, Cap, have a great day. Have a cool, enjoy the meeting. Appreciate you, Kayla, for hanging out and enjoying the flight. Well, I have parked in the lot B before. Typically, the parking I go to is more satellite. I got you. So again, $379 for our hotel stay at the rally. Again, our fuel cost when we left was $993. Our seats was like literally nearly the cheapest thing of the entire flight, $87 total from $29.25, and we got 3 tickets, so $87.75 total. Our Uber ride was $101.98. Ramp cost was $80. Overnight fee is $50. So let's see what our total comes out to for this fantastic trip. So we got $993 plus $379 plus $87.75 plus $101.98 plus $80 plus $50. And believe it or not, this trip was actually cheaper than our trip going to Houston from Dallas. So we got a total cost of, this is just a one-way flight going, just a one-way total going, 92.03 is the total cost that we had to spend for this flight. Flying here in the TBM, and again, I'm pretty sure whatever other cost the TBM has. And again, we're planning to not refuel to go back to Wyoming. We'll leave back on the same fuel so we don't have to fuel up again. And like I said, I think we burned 90 gallons of fuel, and we fueled up in we had to add, what was our fuel we had to add? I forgot how much fuel we had to add. I think it was like 40 gallons or 80 gallons we had to add in Wyoming to fill it up. But yeah, we're looking at $1,692 for this trip. But again, the experience, priceless. And again, this was actually all on business. This was a business trip. I take that from a guy I follow on Instagram. His name is Till Barber. All of his trips are on business. It's all getting written off. It's all getting written off on taxes. So this wasn't a personal trip. This was a business trip. And then he gives like this funny smirk when he says that, knowing it's all pleasure and not business, but for tax purposes, all business. Business expenses. So yeah, that's downtown Denver. Appreciate F&L, our tour guide and expert of the area, Denver here. I wonder if there's any golf courses near the downtown area here. There's a couple golf courses in Houston around that area. Oh, there's one over here, looks like. Easy to spot a golf course or a park. Let's see, which one is it? I can tell by the way it's laid out, looks like a golf course. It is. I don't know what golf course this is, but looks like a links golf course. No houses around. And that's what a links golf course looks like. It's very few trees, no houses, no wooded areas much. More traditional golf courses, what they called, have a lot more trees, a lot more wooded area, a lot more houses around the area, so it's a lot more difficult to play a traditional course than links, because links is pretty wide open. You almost should find your golf ball if it goes array. So let's get above the clouds here and make our way back if we can see. We cannot see. Let's get back below the clouds. We'll make our way back to the airport here. Let's see. We're this direction. We need to go back this way.
Here, 34 Tango, turn right, heading up 170.
170, 24 Tango.
Flew land this morning. Did the overnight flight from Hong Kong to San Fran. Yeah, F&L. I'd definitely love to go play golf in Denver, man, because I know some great elevation changes on quite a few of the golf courses out there just because of the high elevation, the high altitude of Colorado in itself. All right, let's see, where are we going? Let me see. I think we're making our way back the right direction. Hopefully we don't get lost. But yeah, that's actually not a bad Uber pay, again, compared to what it was going to downtown Houston from Conroe. So that was pretty nice. Let me see. I think we're going the right way. If not, we'll just zip back to the airplane. I know there wasn't a lake near where we were. Let me see if I see it. Can't go much higher. We end up in the clouds. Another golf course. Another nice golf course.
Sierra 34 Tango, turn right, heading up 240.
Yeah, FNL, kind of gives, like we said, a different perspective of air travel that most don't see or know or assume it's too expensive, and which it is, it can be. But again, if you're on the TBM, this is pocket change. I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be at. Let's just zip back to the airport. Yep. Much further left. We got some more jet aircraft out here on the field. We got somebody taking off. I think that's whoever Tower was just talking to, maybe. Somebody's rocketing out of here. Yeah, that's pocket change for somebody that owns a TBM. But, again, we'll get some other flights in where we're doing some more reasonable middle-class pilot-type flights. We'll try to jump in the, again, I want to get back in the SR-22 and do a flight. But I don't want to do like a 3.5, 4-hour flight in the SR-22. We'll try to get wherever Rangers is playing, somewhere a little closer maybe. And try to jump in the SR-22. Unless I do it on a day off where I just got all day, we can do some flying. Maybe. We'll do it from there. Jump in there, but maybe even also, I may get back in the Piper Arrow. I don't really like the Jet Flight Arrow on here. It's it's way harder to fly than it is in the real world. The way their model is, at least for me. I don't know why it's terrible. The trim is terrible on it. So, but if not, we'll jump in the Bonanza, maybe the Baron, and maybe even back in the Aerostar. But I want to jump into something that typically can be rented, so we can add that cost in there, what that would look like. That'll be a lot more expensive as well. Likely it'll be more expensive than the TBM flight, because the TBM is owned. So it would definitely likely be a lot more expensive renting, but we can add that point of view in of what it's like flying a rental aircraft. The cost to maintain and just to own or rent a hangar. Yeah, exactly. So the trips are cheaper, but again, you're cutting out the maintenance cost, the hangar fee, or if it's on a ramp, what you're paying monthly for that. So it still is a lot more cost behind the scenes of it. But again, like I said yesterday, 90% of aircraft owner pilots have their aircraft in an LLC under a company account, so they're not taking personal hits on that aircraft of owning it, and the expenses, it can be written off. So you get a huge, you don't get hit heavy on taxes at the end of the year because you show that you had a lot more outflow of cash than income. So it offsets it. You spend more money than what you're making, because that's really what it comes down to. They got to make sure that you're spending more money than what you're making, than what your income is. And if your income is higher than your much higher than your outgoing, then Uncle Sam say, well, I got to take some more of that because you didn't give enough of it away, i.e. where donations and stuff come into play. You show for all of that stuff, so again, you don't get hit on taxes. So you spend money, and you likely make money back on taxes if you end up spending more than what you were supposed to give back to the system, to the government, and being taxed on. So it all is one hand washing the other. So if you can fly, go fly, get that time in, and get as much of that flying in as you can. You're gonna pay for it one way or the other. So, but yeah, this was a fun flight. I enjoyed this flight. I'm glad the weather was like it was. Added a little bit more dynamics to the flight today to really get a good experience flying in. It was just crystal clear. It was clear flying out. So again, we were able to pick up our IFR clearance in the air. We didn't have to waste time on the ground, too much time on the ground, and was able to get that going, and then get into some nice overcast weather coming into Denver. I'm glad I pushed the time off to the time that we did because the weather was definitely much worse before we got here. So that would have been a whole nother bowl of spaghetti to deal with. And again, we had Eagle County as our alternate, so if we would have had to go somewhere else, that's where we would have went. But again, fortunately, we didn't have to. Was able to land here in Rocky Mountain Metro. We'll enjoy our time here at the FBO till our Uber ride gets here, which will probably already be here. We could have got that all called and set up while we were on the ground, in the air on the approach. I wouldn't have done it, but whoever else in the aircraft with us would have had enough signal to do so, to go ahead and pinpoint that so the Uber can get here and pick us up. But even if we're on the ground, we still have quite a bit of stuff to do after landing. We'll wait for the Uber ride to get here. So, yeah, that's that. Again, total cost was just under $1,700 today for this flight. And unfortunately, for some reason, the new GSX is acting weird. I saw, I tried to use it and utilize it yesterday, but with this, I don't know if it's because it's a GA airplane, but when I tried to call the fuel truck, as soon as it arrived, it just, not the sim, but GSX crashed. Let me see if it'll bring it up now if we call the fuel truck. Actually, let me take it off of my remote connection so we can actually see it on screen here. Let's disconnect there, close. Let's bring GSX up on screen so we can see the new overlay and how it looks. It actually looks pretty cool. Oh, let's do the hot fix real quick. The Taco Bell Rockies special goes in effect the following day between 4 to 6 p.m. Why do I feel like were you talking about that last night about getting free tacos? If they win, I think is what it was. All right, let's see if it'll restart and load up here. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. We'll kind of get a look of it, but I sent this to Jason yesterday. The moment I saw it before I went to work, I saw the update, and as soon as I started reading the change log, I was like, oh, this is going to be pretty cool. Especially, like, Jason was the first person I thought of with his airline, where he's, trying to cut costs and save every penny he can. He actually will get to see these things now in the sim and calculate those in. We'll get another perspective of his of Coastal Airway CEO, CFO mindset of calculating fuel costs. And he's definitely going to be getting out the gates fast. Now he's like, hey, we got to go. This GPU is costing us $50 an hour. The jet bridge and catering, we actually get to see those costs. That's going to be very cool to see. So I can't wait till his next stream. I'm sure he's going to be putting that in. Let me reopen this. So we'll really get to see 4 tacos for $3. That's not a bad deal. That's a good deal. You did the update? to this update, Bill? Because the previous update didn't have all of this on it, so yeah, you probably wouldn't. It would probably still be normal for you if you didn't do the update. This update came out yesterday. So when we go to more or additional services, we actually can see these things now. So we can go to the next page and administration. We can actually see what things cost and or see past invoices. So if we wanted to refuel here, the only thing they don't have, I wish they had actually, or we could add the actual FBO names. That's the one thing I was hoping for. I was checking yesterday before I left for work to see if they would have it at certain locations where we can see where we can actually see the real FBO cost. Because I was like, let me just go to FBO. I want to see if the prices are lining up with what we see on. Because it says it's every ICAO in the U.S. So I assumed it would be updated for even the municipal airports, the smaller airports. But like I said, I think I was having issues because the GA part of this, I think, is where the problem is. You see, I can make this bigger. There we go. Yeah, so it comes up here. We don't give what the refueling price is. But they do show the federal rate and cost and CO state cost. Colorado state sales tax is 2.9. This stuff is still cool to see. Now, I did go to the forum yesterday and saw somebody was upset because apparently when you take off, after you've used these services, there's some money sound, like some ka-ching sound or something after you take off that plays from GSX, and they was complaining about wanting to have it turned off because of it. Okay, Bill, got you. So let's see. Let's try to see if we can get fuel in. Oh yeah, and even if we got catering, let's see. I got all the different kinds. We'd have to set this up, but you can't add, like, they don't have Shelter Aviation or FBO. They don't have the signature stuff. I don't think. I think they do. I'd have to add it. I'm pretty sure they do. I just have to add it in here. But I didn't see a Shelter one when I saw it. Oh, you can actually just go right back to the main menu from here. That's cool. I do like this update. Definitely looks more modern. But let's see if we can get fuel if it's going to crash on me again. Let's just use any of these because I don't know if maybe just the one that I was trying to use was terrible. You know, let's use Menzies. I know Menzies is a real fuel company. Jeez, they got everything on it. Yeah, because I tried to use worldwide flight service. I don't think the specific name is going to make a difference. We use Menzies at DFW, so let's see. Oh, that sucks. We'll just use Texaco, I guess. Let's see how it turns out. So the fuel truck shows up. Like I said, what I was having issues with, again, this is probably because it's a GA airplane. I have seen multiple times where the GA airplanes have their own little problems with GSX, so it could be that. But yeah, clearly if you're actually parking at a gate and stuff, everything works like it's supposed to still with the airliners. But I was having an issue because I think it's a GA issue, because I know even like you try to call for certain things, they won't show up with GA sometimes. So I think that may be my problem if it still is happening. All right, fuel truck is on the way. Let me see if there's anything different I need to do on here with the default fuel. That's not that. Or yeah, there's nothing out of place, and I've used this before, so I know my profile should be fine. Hey, appreciate you guys coming along for the flight and hanging out. Enjoying the flight here. So like I said, when we return back to Wyoming, that stream will be just Again, members only stream, just a boring return flight back. And let's see, let's pull up what the schedule is for the Rangers again. Let's see, as soon as he parks, boop, that's what I get every single time. Every single time, as soon as we park, that's what happens. I mean, as soon as the fuel truck parks, that's what happens. So I'm not sure what it is with GSX and maybe it's the TBM, but I feel like I also tried it with a different airplane, different GA airplane. But I haven't tried it with an airliner at the gate or anything, so I'm sure that'll make the difference as well, which is fine because I don't really have to use it here. But let's try something else. Let's try catering or something and see if it crashes with that. See if we can at least get a receipt of some sort. All right, so the next flight will be going to Anaheim. They're playing the Angels. Not sure what we're going to fly. We may take the TBM from Wyoming again. That'll put us much closer to getting to Anaheim, California to catch that game. But it'll probably be, let me see, that's a Friday. We'll probably do it on a Saturday before work. We'll do the flight. It's a 9 p.m. flight, so we'll stay there, catch that Saturday game. Oh, it's 9 p.m. Central Time, so it's still 7:05 West Coast time. All right, let me see if I can get something else to come out here and work. We can actually, let's get the GPU. We'll just request the GPU. I think I called that up and it worked fine. Let's do that. Ooh, let's do lap service too. I don't think the lap truck will show up. Oh, actually, we can't do lap. This airplane don't have no lap in it. We can't do that. No water service or none of that. Let's see if it crashes when he connects. See what they charge us. Jeez, he put the thing right inside the airplane. Yeah, I'll try to catch and do quite a few of these flights as I can. We'll catch some of these flights, and then we'll jump back on some airline flights. Again, if you're a channel member, I already got the schedule posted. I just didn't want to post it live, public right now, while I'm not doing those flights. But at least channel members get to see what the new schedule is. Oh, there we go. GPU service, $50. Connection plus $30 an hour that we're using it. The GPU. So let's look at our receipt, see if we already are getting charged for it. So yeah, we actually got a 787 flight on the schedule. I forgot where we I think it's Charlotte to LA or something. Or Charlotte to New York. I don't remember. But we're going to be flying a 787. And again, channel members will definitely be doing a learning the 787 stream sometime before that flight. So you guys will get that notification when you start learning to do some learn the 787, figure it out, do some practice patterns at a massive airport somewhere to learn it. Maybe go out to the desert and do some patterns out there somewhere in the 787 before we do the flight. Copy that, FNL. Yeah, appreciate you being here as well, man. Enjoy lunch. All right, let me see if we got a receipt already or if it's like added up right now for the cost. Let's see, let's go here. Yeah, we definitely have some 787 flight. We're going to Princess Juliana too on this schedule. So, like I said, you guys will see the public post soon enough. Oh, and it's green when it's in use. Let's see. Let's go look at receipts. Past invoices. I don't think we got it yet. Let's see, just for this aircraft. Invoice for my airplane. No invoice yet. Oh, because we didn't leave yet. All invoices, nothing. Handling that deal. Oh, I did. I guess I tested it out at DFW. I did. So this, let's see what that fee is. I wish this could be, this section would be much bigger than what it is, and this stuff would actually slide down because it's a lot of wasted space down here. I I mean, we could open it in a web browser, but I don't want to do that. So let's see, we did use a GPU there for 0.1 hours. We got charged $1.85 for that. GPU connection fee was $50. Jetway connection fee was $100. So it kind of gives you the financial department, the finance department information of this stuff, because even operations, we don't care about none of this. None of this is our problem. The pilots, they don't. This is not an issue for them. They don't care about none of this stuff. This is the financial department side of things that's keeping up with this stuff. But this also kind of gives us some insight on, again, what Spirit was paying, you know, at other airports for their to use certain gates of what it's costing those guys to use the gate. So let's see, let's go back. I didn't think it was gonna leave out of there. Yeah, the bill just for that little bit of time was $161. Let's delete that. I don't need that one. Yep, delete it. I was just kind of testing it out there to see what it looked like. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't want to see price list. Let's dismiss the GPU. We'll do that, give it a bit. Is it on the way to dismiss or what? Okay, yeah, he's on the way. But I do like this. I do like this added function. Again, most won't care about this. Maybe if you're doing some, you know, just trying to look at the financial background side of things with your airline or your virtual airline, you can kind of see what that stuff costs and what it's for. Let's see if we close this, see what we get. And let's open it again. Let's see if we can see if it gave us an invoice already yet. But I do like it though. It's pretty nice they added it. It just, I love it, but it annoys me that they have gone through this much trouble to add all of this, and we still do not have wing walkers at the edge of the apron to bring the aircraft in. Yes, we got them to push out, but geez Louise, how hard is it to just let us add 2 more wing walkers to the edge of the freaking apron of the gate to bring them in. It'd be nice to have that. Alright, so let's see, pass just for this airplane. We should get it. Oh, no invoice yet because we haven't left. Alright, so yeah, that's the thing. And from what I've found, there's no turning off the sounder in the setting. It's probably going to be tied in with one of these regular sounders. It's probably tied in with one of these where you will hear that when we take off. I'm hoping for me it'll be tied in with this first volume bar because I have that turned all the way off. Whereas everything else we hear outside, everything else to come talk, I just turn it off because I don't like the sound of the ramp guys with GSX. Doesn't sound very realistic, I guess. Yeah, cockpit outside stuff is all pretty loud. But I'm pretty sure that's where it's probably going to be tied to. I don't see any new features or functions here on the settings that they may have added from this update. Everything else looks to be the same. Oh, you can actually go back to the old menu if you wanted, if you didn't want this new menu look. That's cool that they added that. So if you didn't want the, like, maybe the new menu is causing some FPS drops, maybe, I assume, you can go back to the classic look. Let's do that. I want to see if the invoice is going to look any different under that old look. Oh, and then you can disable the invoice generation as well. When enabled, GSX no longer writes service to disc and the panel banner cash register. Oh, that's how. All right, so hopefully that guy on the forum found this. They knew it, so they added it. I'd be okay with hearing that sound, depending on how loud it is. So we'll see on one of the flights how loud it is. But yeah, it suppresses the sounder. The administration menu still lets you browse, view, and clean up receipts you've already generated. Okay, so that button is in the settings where you can go turn it off. But from what I'm told, it makes that sounder after you've taken off. So let's go back to classic menu. Apply. Let's close this. We may have to restart it, I'm sure. I just want to see what it'll look like. Oh, it went right back to it. This is what the classic looked like. It didn't take long to go back to it. All right, so let's go to that, and let's go to cleaner service. All that stuff's still the same. Administration. Let's see price list. Let's see how it'll come up here. It still comes up the same, so it doesn't change how this is displayed within the menu. It still goes to the same. And for me, I'll probably leave it like this for me because I don't use the on-screen GSX. I have it on a remote connection. That's why you guys don't see the menu pop up when we come in the park. It's on my stream PC where I use it over there for that part. When I'm pulling up my GSX stuff, all of that's on the remote stuff, so it all looks seamless and more realistic. We don't see the GSX menus popping up and stuff. So actually, this freaking airplane looks a lot more. I just looked at the thumbnail on here. This airplane looks much brighter than what it looks like on the thumbnail. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna just leave this on the classic look. I'm cool with how it looks. Can't go back to the main screen though from here. Yeah, so that's the new GSX. We put that back on. So yeah, all of my stuff will go that way. But again, hey, appreciate you guys flying along and hanging out in the stream. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed that flight. A little bit more insight of some GA flying and what it costs to do some GA flying, especially if you own the aircraft. That's the one expense you take out because you're not renting the aircraft. You're not paying any fuel surcharge on that rental. You're not paying any additional hours if you're taking it more than 24 hours. You're paying for everything else for that trip, at least anyway. You'll still pay on the back end of all the maintenance costs and things that you have to do to keep up with your aircraft, of course. But you don't have to worry about the aircraft being available because it's your own aircraft. That's the best part about it versus wanting to rent an airplane from somewhere only to find out somebody else has rented it for that weekend. That's the part that sucks. So, yeah, like I said, we're getting it stutter because that scenery that for Denver is very freaking strong. It's very heavy on FPS. Let's see. Let me just finish it off like right here. But yeah, other than that, guys, appreciate you for hanging out. I'm going to get out of here. Give me something to eat here before it's time for me to go to work. Again, like I said, today's my Friday, and got one more night to work, and I'll be off work. And that'll be it for me. See you guys on the next one. And like I said, we'll do quite a few more GA flights. And then we'll jump on that schedule, on our other new airline schedule, and get back to doing some flying for the airlines. Like I said, just add another aspect of the stream and of the channel of what you guys can see aside from just a bunch of airline flying. Also, I kind of get homesick when I do too much airline flying and not doing enough GA flying. I got to come back to doing GA flying. It's just a different feel when you're doing GA flying versus the airline flights. Now, real world, I have no idea. I'm not a real world airline pilot, but just for me in the sim, it's fun getting back to doing some GA stuff. So, other than that, that is it for me. I will see you guys on the next one later.
November 720 with T-Fly heading up 15.
That was served by 737. That was served by 737.
November 720 with T-Traffic 12 o'clock, 10 miles off the direction of here in the
in a minute and a half. 240
Here's my number, Hotel Sierra, 12 o'clock, 10 miles off the direction of vacation at 9.
9 Hotel Sierra, looking for 912.
8,000 feet, less than 571, thank you. That's your 18. Departure, that is
312 Tango, that's ground. That's GPS for runway,
and maintain level 230.
That's your flight 1230, thank you for your help. 40, and that's the for
Thank you, and now we're just waiting for that tower to officially approve it.
Thanks. But the 1230, make sure I got it right. E4 arrival.
November 9 Hotel Sierra, contact departure 126.1.
9 Hotel Sierra, 26.1, good day.
Okay. November 720, let's see if it's going to maintain 8,000.